Welcome back to another episode of the Dear Unapologetically Me podcast. I'm your host. And in this episode, I would like to discuss the art of leaving them behind. I'm pretty excited about the topic because, again, we're starting the new year, clean slate, new beginnings. And like most of us, we have done some reevaluation in terms of where we're trying to transition in terms of progress throughout this year. And since we're in the first quarter, I think it's important that we discuss this topic, being the fact that we're all in the state, hopefully in the state of change for the better. So when we talk about outgrowing people, places, and things, this should not come as a surprise. It should really be a part of our life cycle. So when we look at this whole perspective of leaving them behind, I know that's such a broad statement, you're probably like, what is she talking about? Well, the art in leaving them behind is clearly an art. And what I mean by that is in certain aspects of our life, in order for us to transition to the person that we're trying to become or to better our lives or to become a better individual, whether that's in career, your relationships, or just your whole being, sometimes we have to do self-inventory, and not only of ourselves, but sometimes of people, places, and things. I love that people, places, and things. When I was a substance abuse therapist, one of the great aspects in teaching people about addiction is that in order for a person with an addiction to successfully maintain their sobriety, people, places, and things must change. Sometimes the external factors are the primary contributing factor as to why they cannot remain sober. If we're looking at change from a positive perspective, that clearly aligns with not just only people with addiction, but life. Because again, we're all transitioning, we're all evolving. We've evolved to these people that we are today, these individuals that we are today. And when we're talking about change is not only important for internal factor, but also external factor. And in consideration of positive change or moving in the aspect of bettering the person you are, or just wanting more, it is helpful that we understand the concept of evaluating our external factors. Because believe it or not, sometimes the external factors can be a main contributor to why you may be stuck and stagnated, confused, and not moving forward. When we're looking at the external factors, people, places, and things that we've outgrown, due to social expectations, this may sound very biased. Like, what do you mean you're trying to get rid of all of the people of, well, I've been here since day one. Or we may have this loyalty complex of how could I remove this individual when they're probably family or close friends and we've always done it this way? That could be quite challenging for many. Personally, I've been there. For me to understand the concept and inform you, I feel that personal experiences and narratives are very important, especially when we're in the capacity to understand the difference, what's serving me and what's not serving me. It's some aspects of your life. And if you can just be honest with self, this is a honest moment. You know those things in your life that you've outgrown. You deal with them every day. You contemplate them every day and you know them. But deep down inside, it may be the inner mind or the inner voice that's saying, how do I move past this situation or this person or this environment where I know that not serving me any positive good? How do I do that? And can I do it? It is not easy to leave people, places, and things. It is not easy. If it was, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation now, because in some shape or form, the things that we have outgrown hold a special place in our heart or some form of connection. Or I would even also probably say soul tie. In order for us to move to the person that we've always desired to be, or to have this fulfilling life, or to make these necessary changes, some things have to change. Some things just have to change. And one of the hardest things is the idea of the unknown. Moving past the idea of knowing that I have to part ways with things that no longer serve me. That's the environments that we feel so comfortable but complex in. The people, the neighborhoods, the family, friends, the relationships, both platonic and intimate relationships. The relationship that you have been holding on knowing it has been stale and stagnated for months, for years. We cannot continue to jeopardize our sanity for things that we have outgrown. We cannot continue to jeopardize our peace, our happiness for the things that we have outgrown. In this reevaluation, consider the things that you have always contemplated. That's in the back of your thought, knowing that I would be so much better if I could release these things that no longer serve me purpose. It's time to reevaluate. Making a conscientious decision to choose you first and release and move forward and leave behind the things that no longer serve you is gratifying. It is one of the best decisions when it comes to choosing you first. So the question I have for you today, what is it that you're holding on to that you know you've outgrown? What relationship, what job, what person, what thing, what environment that you are consistently holding on to and will not let go due to the fear of the unknown, but you know the time is near for you to release and let it go. I asked that question, and hopefully you can do a self-inventory and move forward knowing that you've made the best decision in choosing you and changing the narrative in your book. Because frankly, you are the best author that you and I know on this side of the earth. So with that being said, until next time, stay well and take care.